Comparison is supposed to motivate us, push us to do better, right? So why is it that without even noticing, when we start measuring ourselves against others, it leaves us feeling inferior? You've probably heard the phrase, comparison is the thief of joy. Maybe you've even said it to yourself recently. And I'll be honest, I've felt it too, especially when I was starting this channel. That's why today we're going to take a look at where this comes from, why it sticks, why telling yourself just stop comparing doesn't really work, and how you can relate to it differently moving forward. For those of you who are new here, I'm Andrew, a registered psychologist in Australia. Now, if you've ever looked at your friends, your colleagues, even strangers on the internet and thought, I wish I had that, that's comparison at work. It's a built-in way of checking how am I doing compared to the others around me. And here's the thing, it's not always about envy or insecurity. Some of these are achievable benchmarks, things that can motivate you when they align with your values and circumstances. Others, however, are unrealistic ideals based upon people whose journey, privilege, or timeline is fundamentally different to your own. Comparison itself isn't what hurts. It's usually the thoughts that follow. It's the story your mind tells afterwards that creates the distress. I'm behind. I'll never catch up. It's too late for me. I'm a failure. And these thoughts don't just appear randomly. They're shaped by years of messaging about success, a person's worth, and what a good life is supposed to look like. So the work isn't about avoiding comparison altogether. It's about noticing when a simple observation turns into a story that tears you down instead of motivates you to reach your goals. As I mentioned earlier, I almost didn't start this channel. I kept looking at other creators who I respected like Dr. Mike, Legal, and Engineering Explained. They seemed to have it all figured out, and I thought to myself, I don't stack up to these individuals. And the worst part is that I was right, I don't. At that moment, I put the phone down and asked myself, why? Why do I want to start this channel in the first place? That seemingly simple question helped me focus on what I'm here to do. My primary goal was never to compete with other creators or to even be like them. I simply wanted to create a community for people interested in the same topics that I was. Taking that step back to recenter on my goals and purpose is what allowed me to move forward. And this is why values matter so much. When your goals are anchored in things that matter to you, those negative thoughts lose some of their grip. That's why telling yourself or someone else, just stop comparing, is a short-term fix at best, because it's what our minds are designed to do. The key isn't to shut it down, it's to reframe by asking yourself, is this comparison helping me grow or breaking me down? Is this an achievable reference point, or am I chasing an illusion? Am I comparing my efforts to someone else's outcome? Am I grading myself against my own values and goals, or what society expects of me? And finally, is this goal within my circle of control? If the answer to any of these is not clear, that's where acceptance can be a game changer. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or lowering your standards. It's about noticing the discomfort and letting it be there without allowing it to dictate your next move. It frees up energy you can put back into things that you can influence right now. Now, none of these reframes are about denial. They're about giving yourself a fairer starting point and shifting energy back into your circle of control. Because here's the thing, the inherent need to compare ourselves to others is not going anywhere. But how we choose to frame it is up to us. So the next time you catch yourself in a spiral, try to pick up on the story your mind is telling you. Pause, ask these questions. See if you can shift from self-doubt back to clarity. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing, leaving a comment, or sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. And remember, this isn't where the conversation ends, it's where it begins.